Hi, welcome to Craft Therapy. My name is Miss Linda, and we want to welcome you to a brand new show here on the Public Access Channel. Craft Therapy is a spinoff of Jill of All Trades, which airs here on the Pinole Access Channel, and we will also be airing in Oakland and in the Alameda County area as well. And we want to say thank you to our visiting assistants and help, Janice Bell and Carlin Johnson, who came out to help work the cameras tonight. And we just want to go over some beginning crochet tips and vocabulary, some of the abbreviations and some of the stitches. We also want to talk to you about starting a home-based business, what things you need to do to kind of get yourself prepared to get your home-based business started, and what necessary items you might need, and even how to turn some of these crafts and crochets into business. We want to say thank you again to Channel 28, Pinole Public Access, and to our director, Stuart McKell, who's been helping us since early 2001 when we first took off. Craft Therapy is going to show you just a few little things on how to keep your hands busy, things that will work to keep you less stressed and kind of motivate you to get out there and keep your hands busy, and maybe make a little extra money on the side as well. We're going to start off with some basic stitches and some vocabulary. No matter what industry you decide to get into, if you want to decide to get into media or automotive, mechanics, home baking, whatever, every industry has its own vocabulary. And in crochet, there are several different words that you will need to know. We're going to go over the slip stitch. We're going to go over the chain stitch, which is the foundation for every crochet item that you make. The chain stitch is how everything begins. You either make a chain stitch of 4 when you begin to make a hat, which you can see. We're going to go to some of the demos that I've made. All of these items have been made with the stitches that you see here today. So the chain stitch is always the foundation, and then we're going to go to the single crochet, the double crochet stitch, the half double crochet, and also we're going to go to the treble crochet. So get your notepad out and a pen and a piece of paper, and we'll go over all of these together. Also, I'd like to invite you to log on to the City of Pinole website. We will be doing classes here at the Pinole Youth Center for beginning sewing and beginning crochet. If you'd like to come down and join us, just check out the City of Pinole website. First of all, we're going to go through and show you what a slip knot is. A slip knot is, okay? Basic crochet hooks look like this. There is the work area, the finger area where you hold your crochet hook, and the hook itself. Okay, so you want to I hold my crochet hook just as if I was holding a pencil, and that's how I get started. With your crochet hook, you want to have it facing towards you because you're going to sew. You want to be able to see your work. Okay, now what we're going to do first is we're going to make the slip knot. So you take your yarn and you're going to fold your yarn over and make a loop. Now I make mine just a little bit different than most. You're going to make a loop, and I take that loop and I fold it back onto itself so that it looks just like that. Okay, and I hope that the camera can pick that up. All right, so it looks just like that. After I have that loop sitting there, I take my crochet hook and I just put my crochet hook under that loop and pull it up. There's your slip knot. That's the beginning of your crochet, and also for knitting, that's the beginning knot for knitting as well. and for crochet. So you're going to take that. Now with crochet, your tension for your crochet is always held in your opposite hand. Again, tension means a lot. Your tension, if your tension is too loose, then your stitches can be loose. If you are consistent with that, that's not a problem. However, if you are not consistent, you can end up with the same pattern being too large or too small. And I'll show you that in just a moment with some of the granny squares that I made. So now we've made our slip knot, and I take my pinky and put the yarn over my pinky and then around my index finger. Okay, I'm going to show you that again so we can get it close up on the camera. So you take your pinky, this is your pinky, you're going to take that and your yarn's going to go over your pinky and then cross your two fingers and then around your index finger. Okay, so your pinky, then across your index finger. So this is what's going to keep your tension. Okay, you don't want it too tight because you want it to free flow. You see how it just pulls like that? That's how you want to do it. Okay, now for our chain stitch. The chain stitch is the foundation for every crocheted garment or item that you make. Okay, whether you have 4 chains, 6 or 27 or 127. Okay, so now we have our tension set, which is here in our left hand. And if you're left-handed, you're going to hold everything in the opposite hand. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over. Okay, now yarn over is an abbreviation and a term used all the time, and it's abbreviated YO. So we're going to yarn over the hook and pull through the loop. Okay, so one more time, we're going to yarn over and turn the hook. We have the hook grabbing the yarn and pulling through. Okay, once more, yarn over and pull through the loop. Okay, yarn over and pull through the loop. Loop is also a terminology used in the crocheting, and it's abbreviated LP. Okay, so we're going to make about 15 chain stitches, and yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn over, pull through. Okay, and as you get better at it, you go faster. Okay, yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn over. And now we're going to begin to make our single crochet stitch. Okay, this is a basic stitch. In every crochet you can make with a single crochet or a double crochet, which is the beginning row. Okay, so on the single crochet, which you can see on our graph, it's a nice little tight stitch. You can use that for making scarves, hats, mittens. This is your chain stitch right here. This is the front of your work. Okay, this is the chain. So these loops are your chain. And on the back, this is how the back will look. Okay, so that looks like little links on the back. Okay, so now we're going to work the single crochet in the front of the chain of the top loop. And we're going to go inside the first loop, and we're going to yarn over and pull through. Now we have 2 loops on the hook, and we're going to pull through 2. Okay, so we're going to go through the little loop here, and we're going to pull through. Now we have 2 loops on the hook, and we'll pull through 2. Again, we're going through, I don't know if we can really get this close. We're going through this top loop only. Okay, right here on top, and pull through 2. Okay, and I'm going to show you exactly how this looks. We're going to again go through the top loop and pull through 2. Okay, and I have one here that's already begun. Again, go through the top loop and pull through 2. And hopefully you can see this on our graph there. When you're beginning to crochet, you might want to work with a light color so that you can see your stitches. Okay, black is a little difficult when you're first starting. It's a little bit tough to see your stitches. All right, let me switch right now, and I'm going to show you how the single crochet looks when you kind of get it started. Okay, so here we go. This is a row of single crochet. Okay, this is the front. This is your row of single crochet, and these are your top loops. Okay, and when you start getting more advanced, sometimes you'll get a pattern that'll tell you to crochet in the back loop or crochet in the front loop, and that will make a difference in what you're making. Again, this is the front of your work, and this would be the back. All right, now what I do is I have little markers. When you want to make sure that you're using the front and the back. Most crochet, when you buy your needles, you can get a package of markers. These are the markers that you can purchase, and you can mark which is the front of your work and which is the back of your work. It's very convenient because, you know, a lot of times when you're working, you don't recall which is the front or which is the back. And you would just put that through, and there you go. That tells you the front of your work. Right there. So as you go, you'll know which is the front and which is the back, because it can get difficult to see. Now I'm going to do the single crochet stitch one more time and show you how to turn. Okay, so now we're at the end of this row. So at the end of this row on a single crochet, all you're doing is flipping your work, and it doesn't matter that this is crossed on the back, and you're going to go through both loops. As you can see right here, you have 2 loops. You're going to go through both of those loops and yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over in both loops and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, that is a single crochet. All right, now the next one we're going to go to is a double crochet. And a double crochet starts off, you're going to yarn over before you go through both loops. Okay, with a double crochet, you're yarning over the hook, then you're going to go through both loops. You see both loops here on the front, so it's turned just slightly. So you're going to go through both of those loops. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. I know that seems like it should be a triple crochet, but it's not, it's a double. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over again and pull through 2. That makes 1, and pull through 2 again. That's where the double comes from. Okay, again, we're going to try it one more time, a double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, you have 1 loop on your hook already, which is your work on your work area. You're going to yarn over, and then you're going to go through both loops of your foundation piece or your chain, yarn over again, and pull through 2 loops. Okay, yarn over and pull through 2. One more time, we're going to yarn over and go through both loops on your foundation, and yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Now I want to tell you that this double crochet stitch, you can look at it and see that it's very different from the single crochet. If you look on our little graph there, those were both made, all those stitches were made with the same size crochet hook. Okay, crochet hooks come in letters and in metric as well. So this crochet hook that I'm working with today is an H. Okay, it's an H point. It's an H, and then the metric numbers are a 5.0. All right, but the hook, the crochet swatches, which is another vocabulary word, a swatch, is on the graphs that I made. Those have all been made with the same hook. However, and they've all been made with 25 stitches, chain stitches. So the chain stitch was 25, but if you notice, they're longer and wider than each different one. The single crochet is shorter than the double crochet, and not as wide. The half double crochet is longer and smaller than the double crochets, and so on and so on. So if you can look at those, get a nice shot of those, you'll see that the stitches vary just enough to make a difference. And the items that we're going to show you here, like on this granny square that I have right here, this granny square is made with a double crochet. So this granny square has been made with all double crochets, and you skip or chain 2 in between. Okay, now this is where I wanted to tell you about your tension. Okay, so with the granny square, I wanted to tell you, one night I made this granny square. The next morning or the next day, I made the same granny square, same hook and everything, like this. Okay, now I don't know if you can tell the difference, but wait till I lay them down. I made the same granny square, same pattern, same everything, but look at the difference in size. Okay, so this tells you I was very tense this night when I made this one, and not so tense this night when I made this one. Okay, do you see the difference? That's why you have to be careful with your tension. And I don't know if our camera can get that real well, but even if I lay them on top, you can see there's a major difference in the sizes between the two granny squares. Okay, now you can make a variety of different items with just the 2 stitches that I just showed you. All right, and you can just sew them together. This would make a nice afghan if you get your tension consistent. Okay, you don't want to have two. See the difference here? There's almost a whole 1.5 inch difference there. So those wouldn't fit together too well. So this makes a nice granny square, a nice afghan. It can make a nice baby blanket for a baby shower, or a prayer shawl, or, you know, head cover for a communion, or what have you. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you a treble crochet. We did a double crochet, and I'm going to show you now a treble crochet. Okay, and I've always thought this was called a triple crochet, but it's actually treble, and I assume they get that from the word treble clef. So this is a treble crochet that you see on the graph there, and this crochet actually has 3 yarn overs for you to follow. Okay, so we're going to yarn over once, okay, and we're going to yarn over a second time, leaving us with 3 loops, 3 yarn overs on the hook, or 3 loops on the hook. Then we're going to go inside this loop here and yarn over again and pull that through. So now we have 4 loops on the hook. Again, this seems like it would be a double crochet, but it's a treble crochet. So now you're going to yarn over one more time, pull through 2, yarn over, and now you have 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over one more time and pull through 2. Now you have 2 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over again and pull through 2. And now you're back at your beginning. That was 3. And if you look at this, look at how tall this stitch is here. So we've got this stitch. This is the treble crochet. And then this stitch here is the double crochet. And there's quite a bit of difference if you look at that, how long that stitch is. How long that stitch is there. Okay. And then, of course, there's the double crochet, which is kind of tiny. Okay. I think this would be a nice thing for a baby shower, a baby blanket. I've made baby booties. I've made several hats, as we're going to show you some of those in just a second. Okay. I'm going to show you this treble crochet one more time. Okay. So we're going to go again with the tension, yarn over once, twice, go through both loops, yarn over and pull through. So now you have 4 loops on the hook, you're going to pull through 2 and pull through 2 and pull through 2. There's your treble crochet. Okay, one more time. Yarn over, pull through 2, then go into the 2 loops, pull 1, pull a loop through, and you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. One more time, because we're at the end, I want to show you how to turn. So yarn over, go through both loops, yarn over again, pull through 2. And you have 3 loops on the hook. You're going to pull through 2 again and pull through 2. That's the end of your row. Now, when you get ready to turn on the treble crochet, what you have to do is you have to chain 3. Chain 1, that's pulling through the loop. So you yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn over and pull through the loop, and then you turn. And then you'll yarn over twice, and you'll go into not this chain, the first one, because this counts as your first treble crochet. You're going to go into the second chain from the hook, both loops, yarn over and pull through 2 and pull through 2 again and pull through 2. There's your treble crochet. Okay, now I want to show you a couple of these demos that we've done here with just some of these stitches. Okay, and some of them are not complete as of yet, but we started all of these as part of a demo for this particular show. Now, what really got me started on wanting to do a crochet show was this scarf that a friend of mine, Sorelli, and I made. We were at our local craft store, and I saw this yarn, and it was just so nice and soft that I couldn't resist it. And this scarf here, I crocheted in about an hour. Okay, so this is a really nice gift, I think, that any young girl would like. It's two-toned. It's 2 different yarns. I'll let you see this here. It's 2 different yarns, and what we did was this yarn. This is all made with a double crochet stitch. Okay, this is all made with a double crochet stitch. Okay, and it's 2 different yarns. It's a foundation row with a chain stitch here. Okay, and what makes it curve is you are entering 2 stitches in one area and sometimes 3. Okay, it's really nice and soft, and it keeps you warm. It's not a bad scarf at all. Okay, so that's a nice little gift for someone. It only takes about an hour to make. Okay, it's really not a hard scarf to make. I would say this would be a good first project. I've even thought of making this and having it as a collar on an outfit. Okay, this again was made out of a double crochet. This hat here, which is made out of the funny fur. Okay, this is I wore this one day, and someone actually thought this was my hair, so I was a little disappointed. But it is all made from a double crochet stitch, and I know it's a little difficult to see. This is the wrong side, of course, of the hat. It's a foundation with the circle, 4 chain stitches, and then we make the oval on the inside. And then with the fur, this is a little difficult to work with because the fur does kind of get in your way as far as seeing your stitches, but it really turns out nice after. You want to kind of fluff that up after you get that all finished. And then the hat on the end here, if we can get a nice little shot of that, the black hat is the Chanel fur, the Chanel yarn, and it crochets up really nice. Again, it's a very easy pattern. Those are double crochet stitches and a large hook, and they work together really well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to continue. I left off the half double crochet, and we want to get to that because that also works very well for making hats and scarves. It's a nice hefty little stitch. It's take off of the double crochet, and we're going to start now with our hook facing us, and we're going to yarn over. And this is on the chain stitch, so you're going to go into the top loop here, okay, and you're going to yarn over. And whereas on the double crochet you would pull through 2, you're going to pull through all 3. So you're going to pull through 3, all 3, and that is your half double crochet. So again, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go through the hole, through the loop, excuse me. We're going to pull through, and we have 3 loops on the hook, and we're going to pull through pull through all 3. Okay, once again, we're going to yarn over, excuse me, yarn over, we're going to go through the loop, and we're going to yarn over again. We have 3 loops on the hook, and we're going to pull through all 3. That is a half double crochet. Again, yarn over, you're going to go through the top loop, and you're going to pull through a loop, and you have 3 loops on the hook, and then you're going to pull through all 3. Okay? Now, on some projects, you may be called to just pull up a loop, okay, which would be to go through the loop, the foundation loop, pull up, yarn over, and pull up a loop, just like that. Okay, now with our Afghan and our granny squares, that was also where we made our little clusters. Okay, so again, those are all double crochets that you can use to begin your foundation piecing. We want to say thank you for joining us here at Craft Therapy. If you'd like to find out more information about the crafts that we just did today, or if you'd like to find out about classes with Jill of All Trades, you can look us up on our website at thecraftlady.org, thecraftlady.org, or you can give us a call at 510-724-6253. If you'd like to send any comments or questions, you can email us at jillstrades@yahoo.com. Thank you for watching Craft Therapy, and look for us. We'll be coming around your neighborhood very soon. Have a nice day.